having an absolutely fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you. When this video finally reaches you, you guys, I cannot believe how far into 31 days of Halloween we already are. I have so much content I want to keep creating for you guys, so much so that I'm not sure when daily uploads are going to end. However, I do know that I am currently uploading every single day from now until Halloween. So if you guys are new to my channel or you're just not yet subscribed, but you do enjoy my videos, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn your post notifications on so you don't miss a video. YouTube has not been notifying people when my videos are being uploaded, so you'll have a better shot anyway if you have your post notifications on. Today's video is really eerie because we're going to be getting into a small town urban legend of a Halloween genie that is said to grant you a Halloween wish when the veil is the thinnest, but it comes at a very costly price. I don't know about you guys, but when I was younger, Aladdin was one of my favorite movies. Not my absolute favorite, but it was definitely up there. My mom and dad walked down the aisle to A Whole New World, so it was always kind of deep-rooted in me to enjoy the movie Aladdin, the soundtrack, and all of that. And the concept of a genie was first introduced to me through the movie Aladdin. And I used to ask myself, what would my 3 wishes be if I could be granted any 3 wishes? So when I heard about this Halloween genie who grants a single wish, I was really intrigued to understand it because it came with a warning. Now, I had actually never heard about the Halloween genie. Supposedly it's a small town local legend. And it basically is about a genie who comes to those with a very deep desire on Halloween night when the veil is the thinnest. Now, this genie will appear to you and ask you what your wish is. But before you get to answer, the genie will tell you that your wish will come at a price of his choice. Now, the unfortunate thing is, in said legend, most people who go to the Halloween genie out of desperation. It's one single wish. It's not 3 wishes of your choice and then you've ran out and that's it, that's all. This is a one-time deal of a wish that you'll be granted at the expense of the genie's choosing. In one version of the urban legend, a boy had been going through a really hard time. His entire life had been full of challenges and difficulties, and every time he would start to move forward in life, he was constantly kicked back down. The boy's mother would pass away when he was 13 years old, and it would just be he and his father, who he wasn't very close to because his father was always busy running his own business. As years would go on, the boy would be kicked down by bullies in the small town school. Was constantly made to feel insignificant and like he would never grow to be something special. His grades in school started failing. He really started to go down a dark path, experimenting with drinking and substances and things of that nature to numb the pain. He never really wanted to get to know his father because he felt as though if his father knew what a failure his son was turning into, he would never want to get to know him. And so his dream was to become successful at a young age like his dad had and end up having his own business like his dad. And then he was going to reach out and have a relationship with him. And by reach out, I mean talk to him more, engage with him more, ask him to spend more time with him. So years go on and the boy turns to a young man. And he starts learning about different things out there in the world beyond the small town. Now, at this point, he was in his early 20s, but still had some pretty bad habits. He wanted to break them, but he didn't know where to start. He wanted to be successful, but he didn't do well in school. And he was really, really lost. One night, after a party, he found himself laying in a field with a whole bunch of people he didn't really know that well. And they started talking about how Halloween was quickly approaching. And one of them brought up the local legend of the Halloween genie who will grant you a singular wish. Now, he wasn't sure whether or not he believed that, but he was intrigued by that because he knew exactly what his wish would be. So he started to ask questions. He asked them, how would you get this genie to come? What would you do? And they said, when the veil's the thinnest on Halloween night, you call out to the Halloween genie, saying that you have a wish. Then the genie shall appear and grant you said wish. Now, I guess they started to see how his smile was forming on his face, and they looked at him and said, but be careful, I've heard tales, the genie doesn't always give you the wish in a way you imagined. But at this point, the boy wasn't really listening. He was already making a mental countdown to Halloween night. Every single night leading up to Halloween night, he would think about what this wish would be. He knew what he wanted, but he knew he only had one single wish to make it right. So everything that he thought about, money, success, happiness, all these things, he needed to wrap them all up into one tiny wish that would be a big wish, and make sure that when that wish was granted, he got everything he desired. On the night of Halloween, he lit candles, he mentally prepared himself, and when the veil was the thinnest, he prayed out to the Halloween genie, saying he had a wish. Now at first nothing really happened. He actually started to think that it must just be an urban legend. There's no way it's real. He didn't see anything or feel anything. And so he went to go and lay down. He laid down, he shut his eyes, and when he opened them, a shadowed figure was at the end of his bed. The figure told him that he heard his calls and he was there to grant him the one wish. When he asked him, "Are you the Halloween genie?" he said, "Yes. What's your wish?" But before the boy could say his wish out loud, the genie cut him off and said, "But wait, you must know. The wish will be at an expense of my choice." The boy was just so excited that the genie was there and that this could actually happen, and so he closed his eyes and in excitement he said, "I want to be a successful business owner like my father." The genie looked at him and said, "Very well. Your wish is my command." And he disappeared. The next morning, the boy woke up and nothing was amiss in his life. Everything was totally normal. He started to think that perhaps the genie was a hoax, that one of them showed up in his room that night knowing he was going to do it and mess with him. It did look like a dark shadow in the darkness to him. It didn't look like a genie. But a couple of days later, the boy's father would pass away in a tragic accident. And the boy would find out that in his will, he'd left his business, his successful business, to his son, along with a big inheritance. And so the boy got the successful business. The boy was a successful owner. And yes, he had a lot of money, but he lost his father, the one and only person that he was looking to please and impress and build a relationship with, the one and only person that he wanted to be more for. And so the lesson in the tale of the Halloween genie is that sometimes the easy way is the wrong way, and that in hard work and perseverance you can build the life of your dreams, but that sometimes giving up everything at the expense of the unknown is never the right choice. When I heard about this, I felt like it was a tale of temptation. Sometimes it's so easy to say, "Hey, yeah, I can grant you that, but at a cost of this." And in the stars in your eyes and the hope in your heart, you might make a choice and not realize that it could be at the expense of something you love or someone else. And so it said, if you pray that one wish to the Halloween genie when the veil is the thinnest on Halloween night, your wish will come true. But at what expense, you don't know. So if you are from a small town and you've heard of the Halloween genie, make sure you're very careful if you decide to ask for a wish, because you'll get what you want, but you might end up losing something you wanted along the way. Well, you guys, that is the urban legend / tale of the Halloween genie. I feel like in it there's a big lesson to be learned, so I'm curious to know what you guys have gathered from it. I thought that it was quite sad and just a true testament to temptation and the fact that you could spend your whole entire life chasing something to impress somebody, and by the time you get it, they might not be there for you to impress them anymore. And so come as you are and enjoy the journey of life, because life is precious and it goes all too quick. That's what I gathered anyway. Well, you guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed, but you do enjoy my videos, as I said, I would love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button, and please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and you're perfect as you are. And until next time, I love you.